Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? I know how I'm doing. I'm bored. I'm sick and tired of being inside. I'm sick of this lockdown. I want to go do stuff. How about you? If you do, hit subscribe. Let's try that. Let's try that for a change. On with the show. Are you bored? Having a hard time dealing with self-isolation? Are you depressed? Drinking too much? Watching far too much online content? Well, sit back, relax, have a drink, and hang out. We're here for you in this time of need. You're listening to the world's greatest DJ, Wine Ant Slayer, Go Kart Racer, Pogo Stick Champion, 4D chess player, and your best friend, Julian Orbit. What's up, guys? Tonight's movie review segment is Deepwater Horizon 2016. And we're doing this review tonight for our good friend, Trayvon, better known as Dirtbike Rider 77 in the chat. This one's for you, buddy. You request it, we do it. I just want everyone to know that too. If you want us to review a movie, you want to hear our take, make a request. We'll do it for you. There's only one thing you have to do in return. Put that on social media. That's it. Very simple stuff. We don't mind. We love ideas. This is a community for everybody. On with the movie. So, this movie starring Marky Mark of the Funky Bunch, John Malkovich of Being John Malkovich, another really great movie, Kurt Russell of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Kate Hudson, and actually that makes sense that she's in this because Kurt Russell is her stepdad, if you didn't know that, Ethan Suplee of My Name is Earl, and a bunch of people I don't recognize from anything else. And joining us in this order, Stairmasters alumni and Twitch broadcaster, Sneeko, Mobius, but always in our hearts, as Roy. Make sure to hit him up on Twitter. Make sure to go on over to his Twitch. Chat, you gotta follow this guy. What are you doing? Get on over to his YouTube. You can see in my list there. I'm subscribed to him. You should be subscribed to him. What are you doing? Also joining us, rising superstar Twitch TV. Oh, scratch that. He's moved on over to Mixer. Tronicization. Make sure to head on over to his Twitch channel, give him a follow. Get on over to his YouTube. Just go bother this guy. Send him as many messages and tweets, and yeah, he wants it. He's ready to take it. Taking it hard. All right, let's bring the boys in. Nice. How is everyone tonight?
I'm great.
Good. You seem very excited.
I
Energy level's real high.
I got a new toy today.
Oh, let's see. Show off. Let's see your new toy. And what is that exactly? What are we looking at?
Yeah.
A smartwatch.
Some type of smartwatch. Wow. Natronics, where did you get said watch in time of quarantine?
Amazon.
Amazon.
It was a
How
gift
much?
from my wife.
Wow. That's a nice watch. What was
That was
that
cool.
bing? Did you guys hear that?
I did.
I heard it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Was that? That sounds like a messenger.
That
notification.
sounds like we have a private chat.
Oh. What?
Okay. Motorcycle
for that.
hooligan.
It's too
Sorry
late
about
for
that.
It's too late for that. It's okay.
You want that in there? We'll throw it
Maybe
in the
next
script. Next time. I didn't see that. No, it seems like someone's trying to join the show, but this is a 3-person show, guys. Sorry, not tonight. No guests. We do guests on Fridays.
Oh, who's trying to join the show?
I don't know. I booted them.
See ya.
Peace. So I want to discuss a few things before we start the show. Did you guys know that there was a sequel to Bring It On?
Yeah. There's like 3.
Yeah, well, now I'm out of hand lotion.
What's Bring It On?
Cheerleading movie.
That fell flat. But just kidding. Did you guys see that 11-year-old kid today, Guy Carey? He did a 1080. 11 years old. World record 1080 on vert. What the fuck? Awesome. Kid, there's an 11-year-old that's my hero now. Just saying. That's awesome. Congratulations, buddy. You beat Tony Hawk. You beat Hawk at his own game. Sorry, Tony.
That's pretty crazy.
It's crazy shit. It's crazy
That was a
shit.
big deal back in the day, man. Like, I
Yeah.
remember because that it was all about the McTwist.
Then the 720, then the 900. No one,
Yeah,
people have done the 900 on the mega ramp. Some did a 1260 on the mega ramp. That's a mega ramp. That doesn't count. We're talking straight up vert. The
yeah.
kid dropped in fakie, boom, 1080.
It's
Fakie
funny.
1080.
I watched the X Games with actually
Mhm.
the guy who requested this video, Trayvon, and they do
Trayvon.
the dirt bike stunts, and the guys
Ooh.
who I think it's the X Games, and they do the dirt bike stunts. Like the stuff they do now
Mm-hmm.
is stuff like you couldn't even imagine being done like 10, 15 years ago. Like stuff that
Really?
like if a guy pulled off
Right.
one of the tricks that they do on a regular basis now as part of their routine, they do
Right.
like four of them in a row, but like back 10, 15 years ago, nobody was doing that kind of shit. Like, if they could
I know,
flip
right?
once, it was like, oh my god, he did a flip. Now it's just like, what? He tried to do four flips, but he only pulled off three, so we're gonna give him, we're gonna give him a bronze.
Imagine that. Well, it's the same thing with myself, and like I'm a competitive snowboarder, and it's gotten to the point where if you ain't doing triples, you don't count.
You're
And I'm
nobody.
sorry, every time I
You're
attempt them,
fucking
I
nobody.
break a rib. So it's like what's her name? Katie there on the from the Olympic team. She broke her ribs trying to learn this goddamn trick. Like everything's just escalating. It's escalating. Escalating to the moon. I love it. I love it. So Mobobius, I got a question for you though.
Yes.
Did you guys ever watch Nitro Circus? Travis Pastrana? It's a good show. If you like dirt bikes. Dirt
Nitro
bike gang.
Circus, I think I did. I just don't remember.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. It's really cool. I love that stuff.
Hmm.
It's even a movie. We like movies. So let's start off with a main talking point here. It's well known that I don't like Mark Wahlberg, like at
I
all.
know you don't like Mark Wahlberg.
No, I do not. I really don't like him. I know that people can change. Okay, obviously people can change. People,
Hmm.
at least people believe they can change. I don't know if people actually can. Well, you can stop yourself from being a dick. That's about as far as it goes. But you look at a lot of celebrities that have done like crazy shit, right? And they just never get forgiven for it. And then there's a guy like this who's done absolutely crazy fucking shit, absolutely awful, terrible things, and it's like nobody even seems to care. But someone says the wrong word on Twitter, and it's like let's cancel them forever.
Hmm.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let's bring this up. Okay, I'll be driving it over here.
Whoa.
So in '86, okay, so I don't know, he was still young. What was it? Doesn't matter. You guys can just take a look at this sentence here. I'm not going to read any of this, but you go over to Wikipedia. It's right here. And quite frankly, when I heard about this stuff, it just disgusted me. And you look at the guy, and you look at Entourage, which is one of my absolute favorite shows, supposedly based on his life, but I highly doubt that. but because like, even in Entourage, they show him with his original entourage. It's like, well, they look nothing like that. And I guess the Johnny drama is based on Donnie. Just I don't know the whole thing. But this guy has literally committed hate crimes, and nobody has ever said one effing word about it. But my question for you guys, okay? Even though he's like, dude, he beat a Vietnamese guy up, screaming racial slurs at him, and knocked the guy's eyeball out. Like, oh my god. And you know what, Mark? I don't care if you get a problem with me. You're a little man, and you're old. But my question for you guys is very simple. Does that actually take away from the artistry of his acting in this film?
No, I don't look at characters as the actor that plays them. I look at them as a character.
Aha.
I mean,
I could really care less who they are in real life.
There you go.
And that's like,
So we've just proved a few different points by that. Just saying.
Jimi Hendrix, he was a notorious, like, wife beater. Like he.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. He was married?
Oh yeah. Well,
Crazy.
I don't know. I'm just using the term, but like
Right.
his like recorded history of violence against women. And
Really?
He's a rock and roll legend. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but
Mhm.
he's done some shit. He's got a dark past. He's got a dark history. A lot of guys do. Mick Jagger, underage girls.
And David Bowie.
David Bowie. Yeah, they shared like. Oof.
Hey, don't make this one-sided. A lot of women do too.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people do a lot of fucked up stuff. I'm just saying.
I think
I don't.
that being a celebrity doesn't necessarily like give you immunity from the consequences of your actions, but
Right.
when it comes to Mark Wahlberg, I mean, how old was he when this stuff happened?
86 for the first one.
So how old was he then?
He's like 48 right now. I can go back and take a look. Like, I mean,
So he's like in his 20s, early 20s.
86. He was born in
no.
71. So,
So yeah, he was still, young.
right. But he's 15. Do you think it's excusable? Because I remember 15-year-olds, okay?
I did a lot of crazy shit when I was 15.
Yeah, and seriously, I know a lot of kids that should have just been thrown in fucking jail and left there. Left there forever. Basically,
I can
they're
think of a small
criminals.
handful of things that I've done when I was that age
And compared to
I would just punch me for.
Yeah, just awful stuff. So 15,
Yeah.
that's you're not quite an adult, but this isn't just lashing out, and that was just the first incident, right? So the next one, he's quite a bit older. That's when he's like part of the Funky Bunch, which, I'd like to feel those good vibrations and those sweet sensations.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can't copy strike that. Copy strike his ass. That's a sample from Lolita Holloway. Black Box uses the same one, so take it in the ass.
Feel it.
Well, how many fucking songs sampled that, and then it's so ridiculous. It's like one old record sampled to death.
Oh, the '90s music scene, pop music scene, was just a fucking sample fest, really.
Really. Hey, on YouTube, is there a chat available? I'm getting a report saying there's no chat available. There should be
I'm
chat.
seeing the chat
It's
on
there.
our YouTube.
Yeah, the chat's here. We were chatting already. Weird.
We were chatting already in this
I'm
work.
looking at it right now.
Yeah, if you're having problems with the chat, guys, you got to sign in and then click subscribe. Then you can chat. If you're not subscribed, you don't get chat. Chat doesn't work.
Subscribe or die.
Subscribe or get the hell out of here. What are you doing here?
Scab.
Yeah, leave. So, we'll actually get to
Are
the
we going to
review.
talk about the movie yet?
We'll get there. Look at that cocky son of a bitch.
Oh my god. He's so fucking Irish. Look at his fucking Irish ugly ass face.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just want to punch him in the head. It's like as hard as I can. I want to show him what it's like to lose an eyeball. And you know what, Mark? I might have this goofy sounding voice. Oh, and a face made for radio. That's because I was a boxer. Ugh. But I do like a lot of your movies, so I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Marky Mark.
He's like, who's the guy who played Maximus again? I forget.
Jacqueline Phoenix?
No, 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 no.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. He's like Russell Crowe, except like maybe 15 years younger.
Like
Russell Crowe's kind of a
foughten around the world.
right, totally.
That's like one of the best episodes ever.
That's one. Yeah.
Tugga.
Nobody did him better than South Park.
That was absolutely awesome.
Oh god, let's just talk about that South Park episode.
I know. I can take up an hour of talking just about that. This first picture, Tugga. It's entitled "Is That a Pipeline?" Because I don't know. Now this movie was. Well, I didn't know anything about it. I'm going to tell you this much: I didn't know anything about this accident. I had zero information going into this. I never even heard of this damn movie before. And what's funny is that when I was watching it, I just assumed this was like a movie for people who work on the rigs.
Kind of
It's
is.
like, oh, it's like, yeah, they get their own movie now. Okay, yeah, I guess, sure, yeah. We're gonna learn all about this stuff, and obviously that's not exactly what it is. But is that a pipeline? Can someone answer? Answer in the chat.
It's a drill.
Yeah. What's what Trayvon? You're in the chat. What's that called? The downpipe?
What is that thing?
But
Thank you.
they use that to test pressure after they drill the hole.
Is that? I don't know. I don't know
So-
anything. I never worked on the rigs. I always wanted to though. I still kind of want to, but I might
Fluid
be.
can go through it, but it's not
Right.
a pipeline. It's just part of the drill. And
I'm
it's
learning
for
here.
testing the
Teach
pressure
me.
and everything.
Teach me about this.
Deepwater was an exploration rig, as I understand it. They didn't actually drill for oil.
No, they drilled the holes.
Found the oil and they drilled the holes, and then the rigs,
Someone
the
else
actual
came
rigs,
out.
would come in and they would recover the oil. But like Deepwater Horizon was, I think, for exploration. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's going on. I
They
don't know
just-
anything about this stuff.
They got it ready for the rigs to come pull the oil out.
Yeah, yeah.
Tugga. Okay. Hey, did you happen to notice? Like I'm even representing on my toque there. See that? Represent.
There you go. Russell
Represent.
Crowe.
You and me, Russell Crowe. Let's represent our homeland. I am a citizen of New Zealand. Descent. You have to immigrate when you go there and work. Immigrant? So, now I'm thinking of another Russell Crowe movie, but we won't talk about that one. You know the one where he
I know.
slapped spaghetti? So, this is... I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Okay, so what is a blowout preventer? Do you know? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
We
Someone
need
tell me.
Trayvon on this stream.
Yeah, I need him to
'Cause
like tell.
Trayvon, he worked on the rigs.
It prevents. It's supposed to prevent exactly what happened in the movie.
Supposed to.
Supposed to.
Supposed to. So that's what that was. Neat. See, I'm learning shit.
And they leave that on the bottom of the ocean floor, and that's where the rig that comes connects to take the oil out of the hole they
Right.
dug.
Right.
Now, speaking about drilling holes, we're gonna move on to this picture here. What I entitled this one. Right, nice accent. She had a she's talking with a very thick accent there. It's interesting.
Aren't they
And
supposed to be Louisianian?
yeah, speaking of nice accent, there's also nice ass, right?
Nice accent.
Mm,
Yes. It's
I've seen better.
you know, it's Kate Hudson. I don't even know how old she is. I didn't even look it up. She's an almost famous. I mean, when what is her mom? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's her dad. Come on. We know why you're in movies there, Chico. It ain't talent.
Wait, she's Goldie Hawn's daughter?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
You
Mm-hmm.
couldn't tell?
No, actually, I see the resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about the ass either.
No, Goldie Hawn had a nicer ass.
I haven't seen Goldie
I
Hawn.
know. Well, you gotta watch old movies,
Right.
and
Okay.
then you'll see it. It's out there.
I'll look her up.
Now this one I entitled "He's Looking a Little Doughy."
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
on
Mark
purpose, or
Wahlberg with the dad bod.
yeah, I think that's on purpose, so he kind of looks like the character. He just didn't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, because the real Michael, what's his last name?
Myers.
Michael Myers?
It wasn't Myers.
Michael. uh, I don't know. Michael, whatever. Yeah, he was. I don't know. That's one thing I did like about this movie is that it was very. What's the phrase they use when you're in a movie or you're playing a video game and it's very it envelops you in the world.
Engaging.
Not engaging. Immersion.
Impregnating.
It's
Nourish.
it, the immersion
Nourish.
factor of this movie is very good. Like I feel like and another movie that was kind of immersiony with drilling rigs was Under Siege 2.
What?
Yeah.
Steven Seagal?
Yeah, Steven Seagal. Kind of, but it kind of immerses you into that world because I mean, I worked up north, and it's
Right.
kind of similar, but
Is it?
there's like kind of like a culture that they have a culture of their own. If you've ever worked on a drilling rig, you know like if you've been on a drilling rig, it's because you sleep there, you live there with everybody,
Right.
you eat, you share tables,
It's like being in jail.
you sit at the same table and eat dinner as the guys you work with.
Yeah.
You have when I was working up north, I formed a lot of really good friendships. Some I have to this day.
Really?
People I still talk to. Oh yeah, and it's like I don't know what jail is like, but
It's
it's
a lot like
very
the
much
army.
it's very much like school was. Like you grew up in your neighborhood where you're friends and you go to the same school and you go to school with them, and then at the end of the day
Yeah.
you play tag or kick the can with them at the end of the day.
Kick the can?
Yeah,
Did you play a lot of Kick the Can?
I played a lot of kick the can.
Really? I've never played that game.
No,
I saw it in what, Cocoon? Or something like
Cocoon. There's a good movie.
Yeah,
There's a
Ron
good
Howard.
movie.
Ron Howard. Classic.
Yeah.
We can review that sometime. We can review anything you guys
Yeah,
want.
just request it.
Just request it. Be a part of things. That's all we ask. And hit subscribe. Twice. And then one more time, because then you'll be subscribed again. Sorry, I had to walk out of the room for a sec. Alrighty. What are we doing here? Where are we
We're
going?
talking
with this?
about Deepwater Horizon,
I know,
the movie.
but I had to pull up the next photo. So that Mustang. Come on, guys. What Mustang is that? Tell me in the chat. Why did it have the Why did it have the stock exhaust? That looked awful.
Because she's
Terrible.
keeping it stock. She's a
Fuck that,
purist.
man. There is nobody that owns that has a stock exhaust. No one.
I would.
I would not.
I'm lying. I'd swap the engine out. Screw that old carbureted
I would
piece
have
of shit.
3-inch. Sorry, I'd have 3-inch straight pipes all the way out.
There's actually with the a lot of the old Mustang owners, what they end up doing is they put the drivetrain of like a '70s Mustang in it
Mm-hmm.
because it actually has decent handling. Because the old Mustangs have shit handling.
Probably want to get some better brakes. Maybe a fuel injection kit instead of a carburetor.
Yeah, unless
So I
unless
guess
you want to keep
Lord
it
Lord
stock.
Beto's gaming. This is the Mustang he
67.
prefers.
Um,
Mm.
it, it's. I don't think it's a 6-cylinder. Pretty sure
Who
that's a V8.
restores a six-cylinder Mustang?
It's a V8. They talk
Wait,
about
wait.
the engine in the movie.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
They
that's
do.
right. That's right. They do.
They bring it up, bringing it
That's
up.
right. That's a big. That's actually a somewhat plot point.
And it can't be a 67 Mustang because there wasn't a 67 Mustang. They didn't release it until halfway through the year, so it's a 67 and a half. And that is not a 67 and a half.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the wrong shape in the front. I believe this
Okay,
is a
there, Ben
71.
Stein.
I know my 67 and a half.
I know my cars. And it's not a piece of junk. And if she sold that, she could buy something better
Like a Ducati.
than a Ducati. And that's not a Ducati.
Well,
And why would you get a Ducati?
that's not a Ducati. I can tell by the tail it's not a Ducati, and I could tell when I watched the movie by the engine sound that it's not a Ducati because that was an inline 4.
Yep.
Definitely an inline, and as anybody who rides motorcycles knows that Ducatis, they don't. There's not
They
a single
don't
Ducati
sound-
out there with an inline.
Does not sound like that whatsoever. I prefer a V-twin myself just because I like torque. And the movie Torque.
And we're not watching Fled here, so they don't have twin Ducatis in this. And it's not a soft top, Nate. It's a rag top. So it just has that vinyl crap over top of the metal.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. It's 71, you jerk asses. And this one I just entitled Time Has Not Been Kind to You, My Friend. That is one. That's a roadmap on his face.
I think that's on purpose. He's just not on purpose, but you know what I mean. Like they didn't make him up because he's supposed to look like the real Michael.
Right, he's supposed to look like a roughneck, right?
Yeah.
That's
he's
the term?
like that. Yeah.
Roughneck. Man, I'd like to work on the rigs. Just like, I don't know, maybe like for a month or something, just to do it, just to have that experience. Blah. But yeah, then I'd have to buy a Dodge Ram and wear white Oakleys. It's
Lots of cocaine.
What color would your Dodge Ram be?
same as his
Black.
sunglasses.
And
What?
how many inches of lift would you get?
At least
Oh.
3.
And it would
At
be.
No,
least 3.
No, you got to cheap out and do a body
Straight
lift.
pipe that shit.
I was gonna
Body
say
lift.
body
like
or
they do up
suspension
north.
lift.
Body
Yeah.
lift. That's what they do up north. It's all body lifts, the cheapest way possible.
So your axle snaps off when you hit a bump.
Mm-hmm. So your transfer case hits a fucking curb.
So your steering box dies because you fucking got giant wheels on it and you didn't
Mhm.
change the steering box.
All of the
Ah.
above.
Lord Beto says, "You sure know your Mustangs, bro." I know I do.
Yes,
I
do.
know.
I don't.
My
Mustangs are
Chevelles
gay.
as well.
I've only owned like 4 of them. That's all. It's still like I actually like to get the new one, because it has independent suspension. Finally, for fuck's sakes, and
GT350R is one of the best fucking cars out there.
I would get the new one. I'd get the turbo, and I would tune it right to the fucking ceiling, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Ceiling gang.
Oh my god, flow gang, ooh. So I actually put drone shot for this, and then we see tons of helicopters. So I'm wrong. That's not a drone shot. They
Where
rented
is that?
They rented helicopters. That's chopper shot. Look, I like the bridge though. Like, where is this?
Yeah, I just asked that. Where is that? What are those
Louisiana, I'm assuming.
pointy things coming out of the water?
They're drilling rigs that sunk.
There are
I don't
power lines.
Foreshadowing.
So, Kurt Russell. There he is. Ego, the Living Planet. Snake Plissken. If anyone hasn't seen Escape from New York, go check it out now.
Great movie.
Awesome movie. Escape from LA is just so ridiculous. You have to watch it too, but they're so contrasting that you don't need to watch them together at all. But get in there. Get in there, everyone.
Offshore installation manager.
That's right. There he is. And his mustache looked absolutely nothing like the actual guy in real life. We'll get to that. Now, in this shot, we see them going towards the choppers. Very nice. I can't actually fly one of those. Well, I could, but I'd probably crash it. So I like this scene here. 41 miles southeast off the Louisiana coast, free floating. Yeah, learning a lot about. I didn't know these. I thought those things were like anchored or like connected to the ocean floor.
Most of them are.
Really?
A lot of them are big boats.
So Deepwater is like it's special, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay.
It was regarded as the most powerful drilling rig when it was active.
Like ever. Like this was
well, no, of its time. I don't know about ever, but
didn't this happen just like a couple
10
years
years ago.
10 years ago, right?
mm-hmm.
Well, you know me. 10 years is like the blink of an eye. I don't know. It's all the same. Now I entitled this one "She's Short." She is really, really short.
Yeah, that guy's like sitting in a chair. She's
Yeah.
only like 6 inches taller than he is.
I tried to capture another shot of her walking past the filing cabinets, and her head was like lower than the filing cabinets. I'm like, oh my god, how tall is this chick?
What else is she in? Who is she?
Let's
Oh.
see.
I had her name, and I did nothing with it.
Gina Rodriguez.
Yes, that's her.
And she was born in 84.
84.
Age appropriate.
Telling me she's age appropriate.
She's 5'3.5".
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I call bullshit. Hollywood bullshit.
I call bullshit too.
Anytime they say how tall they are, take 3 inches off. That's Hollywood for you. 5'3.5" and a half. There's someone that's very conscious about how tall they are. 5'3.5".
I think it was a stunt double on the back of that motorcycle, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
It's too tall.
Because
Stunt ass
did you
as well.
see how low it was riding? Like its frame, like its belly pan was almost touching the ground, for crying out loud.
They make a comment that the guy she's dating is like super short as well.
Yeah.
So maybe they had it. Maybe he lowered the bike like
That's
the
common
vertically
practice for short
challenged do.
people.
Like I would probably have to do.
Now, if you're short, hit
No,
subscribe.
you'd be fine.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Not that short, dude.
Dead Jixer.
Jixer. No, dirt bike gang. Ooh. How's the dirt bike coming, by the way? Dirt bike gang.
The carb is out, and it's a carburetor.
It's a carburetor.
I like working on carburetors about as much as I like taking a sledgehammer to my fucking nuts.
Right.
That's what's really enjoyable for you.
Carburetors are not fun. Like, there's a reason why, like, they made logos like fuel injected when that came out, because fuel injection was like, yes, finally.
Dude, that's like my bike. It literally has it in the name, FI, for fuel injected. Yeah. Like, whoa,
for
your bike's
years.
fuel injected, man?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What year is that bike?
Like it's 202.
Yeah, and fuel injection only came into motorcycles in the early 2000s. It was in cars probably in the 90s, but they couldn't
I,
make computers small
yeah,
enough to control like a fuel injector on a motorcycle.
I could
That's why it took
swear
longer.
that my Gixxer, it was a 98 Gixxer, was fuel injected, but that might just be faulty memory.
2000, I think they started.
Hmm.
2001, 2000.
My Bandit wasn't, and that was a 2004.
Yeah,
There's
I love
still
that bike.
there's still carbureted ones being built
all
today.
dirt bikes. Yeah, a lot of dirt bikes are still carbureted.
And dual purpose. The new Kawasaki, though. Kawasaki, if you're watching, hello. Can I have one for free? Just asking, you know?
I'll put a poster
I'll
behind me.
yeah, I'll wear a Kawasaki everything. If I could get that new dual purpose you guys got, because I want that thing so bad.
I'll do
Woo!
the show with your gloves on.
I will literally, I'm telling you guys, okay, I'm telling you Kawasaki right now, I will start a moto vlog. I got action cameras, I've got lavalier mics. I will do one every day. If you just send one of those babies over here. Wear Kawasaki everything on every stream. I promise. Okay, so let's get back to the movie. And this one, I basically said, "Is that Ethan Suplee?"
Yep.
Oh my god, I haven't seen him in movies in so long.
He still acts. He's in everything. Have you seen him recently?
I saw him on YouTube and I had no fucking clue who he was for the first like minute until he started talking.
Hold on, I'll share.
Let's share. Let's all share. It's sharing time. Time to
Okay,
share.
so I don't know
Time to care and
anybody who
share.
follows like the fitness scene or like the workout scene on him.
I don't want to
But
interject, but guys, if you're into fitness, I have a show on my channel here called Stairmasters. Stairmasters Transformers and Stairmasters of the Universe. There's three of them. It's all about fitness. Subscribe. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I'll quit cutting you off.
but
No, I won't.
yeah, whatever. We cut each other off all the time. That's
It's
just
just
part
how
of the
it
show.
is.
No, Ethan Suplee. Well, he's American History X. He's been in a whole bunch of movies.
Oh right, he was
He
in that.
was
Oh my
he was in
god.
was it Clerks?
Yeah, he's in Clerks. My
Wolf
name
of
is
Wall
Earl.
Street.
He's
He
in
got
Wolf of Wall
his
Street.
he got his start in Tales from the Crypt. That was
Wasn't
his
he?
first
Isn't he a
role.
Scientologist?
He is in
Oh,
John
I hope
Q,
not.
Titans,
Oh, look at this. Dirtbag Action 77 says I can get you a deal. All right.
The
On the new
Ranch.
230L, I'm in. That's why I love this channel, people. We all like bikes. We all like cars. We all like drilling rigs. At least I do
But
now.
yeah, Ethan Suplee, he's still active in Hollywood. But yeah, he lost a bunch of weight, got fucking ripped, super
Yeah,
ripped.
let's see here. Add to stream. Look at that, eh? Whoa. Like, I didn't realize it was him on his own YouTube channel. I'm like, what? That's not Ethan Suplee. Like, my God. Good job, dude.
Good for him. Good for him.
Awesome. Yeah, now you can play like maybe a tough guy instead of a fat bumbling idiot.
Well, no, he wasn't always the fat bumbling idiot. He was in Butterfly Effect. You know,
Yeah, as the
he
goth
was
guy.
the goth.
Goth. The angry goth guy that was like abused.
Mm.
They have him as the bumbling idiot in The Ranch.
And my name is
Never
Earl.
seen that.
It's got Ashton Kutcher.
Oh,
Another
really?
Ashton Kutcher.
2 movies with Ashton Kutcher. It's
TV
great.
show.
I'll bet you they're buddies in real life.
I bet you they're both Scientologists.
Oh God.
Xenu. Now, if you're a
Dum,
Scientologist
dum,
and you
dum,
believe in Xenu,
dum.
click subscribe.
Dum 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 dum.
Another great
Dum dum
episode.
dum dum.
That one is banned though.
Is it?
Yeah, the Scientology one and the the Mormon one. I believe they're both banned.
Crazy.
So this here, I said, is that John
John
Malkovich?
Malkovich.
My God.
And why is he talking so funny?
Yeah, that
'Cause
accent he was attempting to do, I don't know what the fuck that was
he's
supposed to
bad.
be.
You know what? For as much as I admire his acting ability,
Hmm.
his accents are awful. He was in what's it called? Rounders.
He was in Rounders? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he was the Russian. He was the leader of the Russian mob in Rounders,
Mm.
and his accent was just about as bad in that as it is in this. Like he's a great actor, but his accent's just like I think maybe with this one he was trying to like do like a foghorn leghorn
Yeah, like a Southern Belle
like
type thing.
I think he's trying.
Jafar crossover accent because he's
Sorry,
like this evil.
what was that,
douchebag.
Chronix?
It sounds like he's trying to do Bayou, but couldn't pull it off.
Yeah,
Right.
he doesn't pull off accents very well.
No, he doesn't. It's yeah, what a
He's a
shame.
great actor,
Great
though.
actor though. Yeah, we can all agree on that. He's done some amazing things. What's that Nicolas Cage movie?
Con Air.
Con Air. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly Con Air. All right, moving right along.
He was in what's that Clint Eastwood movie?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he's in a movie. He was the
Now we're
villain
talking.
opposite Clint Eastwood. I want to say Clear and Present Danger, but I think that's something else. It's in the
You think he's
90s.
gay? I don't know. I've always assumed that he's gay, but maybe he's not.
Ask Will Smith.
Will Smith knows everything. We love you, Will, and if you're
He's
watching,
also a
click
Scientologist.
subscribe. Yeah. Hey, all my Scientology peeps, I believe in Xeno too. You gotta click subscribe. That's the only way you can leave comments about how much you hate me.
In
have
the
to
line
subscribe.
of fire.
In the Line of Fire. In the Line
Oh
of Fire.
no way! Really?
Yeah, Clint Eastwood in the Line of Fire. That was actually a really good movie.
That's an awesome movie. I have that on VHS.
Yeah.
Like I have all these VHS tapes of
Con
like
Air.
movies that I love, and I just refuse to get rid of them. But I don't have a VHS player.
He was in Con Air. Being John Malkovich. He's in
Classic.
Zoolander 2.
What about this
disaster
hallway?
That was.
So this hallway, I'm basically just saying, this is it's named. This looks like very like a Kubrick type shot.
Like the Death Star.
No, it's like in most Kubrick movies, like 2001, he does those center type shots like that. You get that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to bring it up because I am a film guy, so why not? Why not bring it up? So I love this picture. It really it really says a lot. There's some foreshadowing going on with this, obviously.
I actually don't quite understand this one because the rig
Hmm.
and all the the majority of the employees that ran the rig were
Right?
not BP. There's only like 4 BP people on there.
Yeah.
And they were hiring that company and their rig to drill the hole so they could put their drill in to get the oil out after. So, what?
Well, I don't understand how that works. Yeah, the people from BP seem to be like in charge. It was weird.
Just because they're paying them to get a job done, but in my opinion, they shouldn't even be on the rig.
Yeah, get out of here.
They're not part of operations. They're not part of management. They're a different company altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Go away.
Now, we can relate to that, and I'm because of the company we have. But I'm telling you, if one of our yeah, like I'm not naming names or companies or anything like that, but if one of them showed up on the site and started acting like that, I probably throw them out of there. Just saying, get out. Mobius, what do you think? As
You're muted.
Whoops.
Whoopsies. Oopsie doopsie.
Yeah, no, they're the rig. They're the rig supervisors. So they have a job there. That's
Who are the
their
BP
job.
people?
Yeah,
That's their
the
job?
BP employees were the supervisors.
No.
Oh,
Kurt Russell was the supervisor.
No, he was the
right.
manager.
No.
No, we saw that
it
on his
said
ID.
supervisor. He's the deep, whatever supervisor
Well, then the
Yeah.
script
of
people
Deepwater
fucked up.
Horizon.
The script people
Wow.
fucked up because in the actual whatever, like in the dialogue and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and in the listings, they're listed as supervisors, rig supervisors.
Oh, right.
Hmm.
That's their actual positions in the company. That was their
In
actual
real life,
positions
is what
in
you're
real
saying.
life.
That's their position for BP. That's still not BP's property, and it's not their rig.
Yeah, I find it weird.
They were renting the rig to drill a hole for them.
So, yeah, like what?
Do you know who built the rig?
No clue.
Who did?
Hyundai.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we were just now we're gonna get off track here
The
for a
heavy
second.
industries division.
We were looking at the new Veloster N today. Whoo, does that ever look like a fun little hatchback? Saying.
Yes.
Manual transmission only. 275 horsepower turbo. Independent suspension, finally. Just like the Mustang. Hyundai, if you're watching and you're listening, and I know you are, my Korean friends, click subscribe and send me one of those cars, and I will do a moto vlog of that car twice a week. Promised.
Three of them.
Yeah,
Yep.
3, please.
Like, come on.
Okay.
We'll do
Everyone
like
wants a car.
We'll do like a what's that? What are those British cunts?
Hey, in Britain, that word doesn't mean the same thing, so that's very acceptable.
Yes.
And I'll show how easy it is to lower
Top
a baby
gear.
into the car through the suicide door on the passenger side.
Exactly. Isn't that a great feature for a new father?
On the passenger side, so it's next to the sidewalk, not out onto the road.
Exactly.
Practical performance.
So, we all saw this scene. I was like, okay, kill line this, PSI that. No
Yeah, 'cause
idea what
they
any of it
tested the
means.
main tube, and that's when John Malkovich gave that speech. He's like, well, and he talks about the bladder effect.
Yeah, there's no mud.
You know who he reminded me of at that point, right?
Nicolas Cage.
No, just like some of the job sites we've been on. Well, not gonna say names. And here we are, mud. What? Can somebody tell me what this mud thing's about? So, because I don't know. Like, are they drilling mud?
Well, when they dig the hole, they got
Mud
to
has to
displace
come
the
out?
mud
Right?
that,
Okay.
that comes out of the hole. It's not. You can't push it to the side. It's got to go somewhere. So, they actually extract barrels and barrels of mud. That's what that ship was there for in the movie.
That's what that was there for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm learning things about ocean drilling.
Like,
That
don't do it.
That is what this show is all about. We don't just watch movies and talk about things other than the movie.
We educate.
We learn and we educate other people. And if you guys like education, you have to click subscribe.
If you guys like the color black, subscribe.
You have to. So I titled this one, is that Harry Potter? Kind of looks like him. Right? He's like, ooh.
You're a rig hand, Harry.
I've never watched
You're a
a Harry.
roughneck, Harry.
Yeah, you're roughneck now, Harry. Well, what job do you think you're gonna have coming out of magic school? Like, there's not a lot of
Oh, you're
prospects.
gonna get this
after that.
oil out of the ground. Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, as he breaks his back all day, he's like, I'm gonna go tug my wand later. Got a picture of Hermione there
Oh yeah.
in his bunk.
Oh, Harry, don't stop.
Meanwhile, she's, off in college with the redhead kid. And I swear, nothing's going on, Harry.
Snape's looking in the doorway.
I have
watching,
never
he's
watched any of those movies,
like,
dude.
Ronald Weasley. It's Leviosa.
It looked like Harry Potter. I don't know. There you go.
That's funny that came up.
This one, Mud
Did I say
Bath,
it
I
wrong?
named it. So there's the mud.
Oh,
Not the mud. I
yes.
didn't even know this is even like I thought this is normal. I saw there will
It
be
is.
blood, like the oil came up like that.
Yeah, no, it's kind of normal, I think, but like
Okay.
mud comes up, it's supposed to come up a different line, or it's supposed to like,
It's supposed to go to the mud sorting room.
yeah.
Yeah, that I took a picture of, right? I'm
Yeah.
learning mud sorting room.
This means there's a pressure issue.
Well, and that other ship hauls the mud away. Do they sell the mud? Does it become like a product?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, they're like the Inuits. You know,
They don't
they
waste
don't
nothing.
waste anything.
No way. Hey, I've been to the North Pole. Okay. I was in Tashivit. I can't even say it. Tashivachik? That's right. I was there. If you live in Tashivachik, you got to click subscribe. I've been there. I had supper with the chief. Love you. And Pelly Bay. If you're from Pelly Bay, click subscribe. I also had supper with the chief, and she tried to give me a house and $8,000 a month to live in minus 73 all year.
No thanks.
It's close. It's that close to doing it. But their internet was way too slow, so we can't do the show if it's that slow.
No, the show must go on.
Yeah, the show has to go on. I just named this one Derp. He looks, he's derping out.
He's like, why won't she show me her tits?
God damn it! It's like my life sucks.
Who's there? Who's fucking my wife?
So the one thing I did notice is that his webcam looks very familiar to me. Does
Wish
it
I had a
not?
webcam.
Does it not? You do have one. We should get that set up for you. Does that not look familiar there, Tronix?
Yeah, I'm staring at one right now.
Exact same one. Boom.
Genuine Deepwater webcam.
Yeah. The official webcam of Deepwater Horizon, the Microsoft LifeCam. Get in there, people. If you like Microsoft and you like webcams, subscribe.
Oh, there's the bastard now.
Look at that. Once again, not the mud. I still didn't know what was going on. I'm like, is this just normal?
Nope.
No. Look at him. He's like, my shirt's dirty.
Swimming in his own creation. The disaster he created.
I named this one Holy Shit. Because it
Yeah.
literally looked like, holy shit. The whole place exploded with mud. The thing is, here's the part that I don't get, is that there's still a lot of people there that don't even know what the hell is going on at this point, right? They're like, it's playing cards, eating fucking galley, guys having a shower, other guys chatting with his, like, would you not know, like, when you have a mud explosion that big, is this place, how big are these damn things where no one's noticing this?
Well,
That's all I gotta
they
ask.
have stuff like that happen, just not at that level. Like they have kickbacks and whatever. And it's been mentioned. It was mentioned in the movie a few times. It's like I've never
Hmm.
seen a kickback like this in my life, but like that does happen, just not to that magnitude.
So these things happen,
Yeah.
right? You know who else said that? I'm not gonna tell that joke, but
These things happen.
I just call this one Birdie. Birdie. The pelican flew in, like it's like flapping everywhere, and I was like, "Whoa!" It's like
Maybe
covered
that
in
was a
mud.
dinosaur.
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a giant bat at first.
It's like Jurassic Park
Yeah,
crossover.
gah, gah.
It's a pterodactyl.
Did you ever make a pterodactyl out of the Little Caesars box?
Never.
No, there used to be a selling point that they had. You could fold the box, like you could cut it and fold it into a giant pterodactyl. I don't know.
They should probably sell good pizza.
You can get a good pizza there. You just have to
Right.
order it. You don't buy a hot and ready. They'll still make a good pizza.
Who?
Little Caesars.
Oh God, no.
No, you can actually get a good pizza there. I swear to God. I swear on my heart.
Domino's all the way.
Oh, dude, come on, Pizza Club member here, man. I can actually get 50 free pizzas at this point because I eat so much. I eat wings from there every day and I earn points. Join the Pizza Club today. And if you're a Pizza Club member,
Subscribe.
subscribe, guys.
Hit that
What are you doing?
button right down there.
Yeah, this one's like, I call this frown lines. Those are deep, man. Wow.
It's because every movie he always has to do the angry face.
Yeah, imagine holding that for hours per day after doing like massive amounts of cocaine all night. It's gotta,
And then punching random people.
yeah, beating up fans. Can I have your autograph? You punch them so hard that their eyeball falls out. You're my fucking hero. It's like, oh, this one's shower time.
Oh, poor Kurt Russell.
Time to have a shower.
Could you imagine you're just like having a shower and all of a sudden the walls just like explode on
Dude,
you?
I jumped. This is the point where I realized, okay, this is a disaster movie. And I love disaster movies. I'm like, Trayvon, you got me. Thanks, buddy. Then again, I could have did some research, but why bother? It's more fun this way. I love a surprise. But that, oh man, it's so. Oh, I don't know. It was unnerving for me, right?
It was a nice setup. I like the setup that they had because there was a
Yeah.
lot of like little moments where it was just like something's gonna go down,
Yeah, something's gonna happen here.
and then
Something's
it's
gonna
just
happen.
all goes to shit. And when it does, it all goes to shit. They don't hold back.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. I'll give it that. Like this, my God, man, it just keeps escalating. And that, holy shit.
That's when the gas blew.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened there is because they hit a methane pocket under the ground.
Really? So,
So
tell me
what
about
came
that.
up
What
was
happened?
a mix. Well, what came up was like a mix of mud and methane. And when it all came up out of the stack or whatever the fucking tube is, um, it all just they kind of show you in the scene, but like I did some research about it and what actually what was actually supposed to have happened, and yeah, they hit a methane pocket, so all this
Right.
pressurized methane just came up with the mud, and it mixed with the mud, and then when it came out of the tube, it just kind of left in its gaseous form, and then yeah, of course, the intake for
Right.
the engines sucked it in, and the engine combustion caused the explosion, and then all the methane that was in the stack and coming out of the pipe just ignited. That's what caused the explosion. It's crazy.
Right. Tronics, you're breathing into your mic, so you know. Thank you. So that's what causes that. I am learning about stuff. I love learning. It's better than getting wasted all the time. Now I can be smart.
Now you can learn and get wasted.
Yeah, I can learn while I'm wasted and then forget everything.
The next day.
So this, oh my God, this scene here, it just, uh he had the. I was gonna take a picture of the cut on the foot. I've been asked nicely not to show too much gore, so I took this one instead. Thanks, YouTube. Those last couple movies, I showed the headshot with the brains exploding. They don't appreciate that apparently.
I do.
Well, I don't want this becoming an 18+ channel. Not yet.
I thought it was.
No.
It's just not for kids. It's PG-13. We're a PG-13 channel here, and we're staying that
Yeah.
way. This one, symbolism is what I called it. You got the burning
Looking
American
up at the
flag.
flag.
Yeah. Just the way that they shot it, I'm like, are they doing something with that, or what's going on here? Because I thought BP was British,
British. Yeah.
right? It's like the redcoats have won, right? Fucking redcoats. They're having their own tea
Imperialists.
party. Bastards.
We should just take their tea and toss it in the ocean.
The tossers. Oh, one of my absolute favorites. Oh, I love this one. It's called The Knee Bone's Connected to the Metal.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to
Oh,
reach
God.
in there and touch the guy's bone. Ew, so gross. Ugh. I don't know if you've ever broken your leg. I have. Ugh. Just,
This guy? I ain't broke nothing. Never will.
you've never broken a bone?
Never will.
Whoa,
I
crazy.
only broke one bone, and I broke it about 8 times.
Which one?
My
Your cock?
No, I'm not a dolphin. Dolphins have.
Oh, your shoulder.
Yeah.
Here, yeah, let's
See the
get your full
scars
screen.
there.
It's got scars and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, eh?
One there, that's a cigarette burn,
Gross.
and the rest of those are from giant needles that they used to inject steroids into my shoulder
Right.
because I kept breaking it and breaking it and breaking it. I was dumb. I was a dumb kid. The doctor was like, okay, you're out of the sling, now take it easy. And I'd be like, okay. And I'd go play some football.
So, I don't know if you've ever watched Jackass before. Perhaps. They have that one song, I believe, in Jackass 2. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
True.
When you get knocked down, you gotta get back up. And yeah, same. If you're gonna be dumb, gotta be. Don't sing it, damn it. This guy.
Cheeseburger!
No,
A
what's his name?
giant cheeseburger up in the sky!
Actually, look at the.
It's so delicious! Look at it! Oh my god. I'm so hungry right now.
Dale, get out of there is what I named it. Dale, get out of there!
Get out of there!
No! Come on, Dale.
Get out of there!
We don't
Yeah,
really
Dale.
get to meet a lot of the characters in this. Like, I mean, the fact that I learned his name was pretty significant as far as I'm
I
concerned.
feel like I know them though when I watch the movie. Like,
I
felt
feel like he's someone I know. Like, he's my neighbor and he drinks too much and drives a Dodge Ram. And, he's impotent. And
paying
it's-
child support.
Yeah, his Filipino ex that works at McDonald's is always hitting on me. Like, it's just like. It's very he's very familiar. Just like we're an oil
Dale.
town, by the way, people. If you're not, we live in an oil town, so we can relate to a lot of these characters and their lives.
It used to be.
Right.
Trudeau.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Trudy. Now that we're not allowed to drill our oil anymore.
Thanks, Karen.
I bet you he'd look really good with that haircut.
Simp. So, this one is entitled, "Yeah, get the fuck out of there." What are you doing? Go. Get
Is
out
that
of
when he goes up in the crane? Or is that
Yeah, oh yeah, he's dead.
yeah, he goes up in
Spoiler.
the crane and
Dale dies.
yeah, Dale, the crane operator.
Not Dale. I have to save dead.
You know, most crane operators I know, from my
Mhm.
experience, they'd already be on the boat. They'd be like, "Fuck these guys, I'm out."
Okay, so this one I named, "Is That the Human Torch?" So, if you remember the scene, that's where the guy's on fire and
Right.
he jumps at the life raft. He's like, ah! If I'm dying, you're all dying with me.
Kamikaze!
I don't know if he was really jumping at the raft, but it sure looked like it.
Yeah, I thought he was aiming for it for sure. He's like, "Don't leave without me," and then we're all on fire now. Good job. This one here is entitled "Don't Touch Me." Don't touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. How dare you? You
How
rapist.
dare you?
Didn't say that. Didn't say that. Didn't say that. But yeah, like he's trying to help you. Come on.
Oh, is that when Mark Wahlberg's trying to rescue
Yeah, he's trying to help her, and she's like, "Don't you
the
touch me.
the Hobbit?
Get your hands off me." I'm just joking around, everybody.
The
Honestly, she was in a
Mustang Hobbit?
she was panicking, and you know, when your adrenaline's that high, you don't need someone grabbing you by the chest and screaming in your face. It doesn't help anybody.
It does not.
Yeah, everybody likes to think that they would handle that kind of situation well, but I think there's a lot of people who would be just as panicked as.
Well, yeah, that's what I like about disaster movies too. Is people are like, "This is what I would do." Like,
Mhm.
sure you would.
Were
I've been
you
in like
there?
stupid situations. Guess what? You're probably not doing any of that, you big mouth.
You're running for your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not cowering in a corner.
Most people won't even help other people. Trust me. I'm always the idiot helping everyone. Like, ooh, moron. Moving along. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Next scene, throws her over the board.
Stop
What
Love it.
color is your Mustang?
Oh. Pink? Well, it's red.
It's red.
Splash. That was a gigantic drop. Like, wow.
You know, it'd actually be better to jump from that height without
yeah.
a life jacket on.
Oh, have you ever jumped from a really high cliff with a life jacket on?
Yeah,
No.
the change in velocity.
Oh,
Yeah, because the
it'll knock you
buoyancy,
out.
it literally choke you.
Mm-hmm.
Smack
Yeah.
you right in the face and probably knock you out.
Knock you the fuck out, yeah.
I did it. Oh man, where was I? I think it's in Mexico. I jumped off this cliff, and they're like telling people to wear life jackets. So I tried it with the jacket the first time, and the jacket literally slipped up and was pulling. I was like pulling down, it's slipping up, and I was literally drowning because of it. So the next time I'm like, I'm not wearing that. Fuck you. Fuck your resort. Excuse me. On with the show. On with the show. There's Mark Wahlberg's titular character. Is very graceful, very ballet looking. The way he jumped. I doubt it was him. So, does he do his own stunts?
I have no clue.
All right. On with the show. The debris falling down hits him in the head there. If you remember that part.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he gets stabbed by it too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, look, he gets his ass kicked in this. Not that much. Like he's beat. He's beat.
I think he might be the last living person off of that rig.
Right. I'm not sure on the history of these things, so you'd have to tell me.
Well, in the movie, I think he is, because right
Yeah.
after he jumps, there's a big explosion,
Right.
and you look at it and you're like, nobody's going to survive that.
No, there ain't no one left. That's it.
And then it starts sinking.
Right. Did it sink in real life? Does anyone know?
I guess.
No, it just burned. It just burned.
Just burned to a crisp.
Alright.
All right. So this one I entitled "Am I Here?" When he's doing the roll call. Look at that. Could be a poster right there. Like, not.
Looks like something out of Warhammer.
It might not be the most beautiful imagery, but I find it beautiful in its own way.
Uh-huh.
It's wonderfully shot. Out of all these like pictures I take, there's always one or two that I keep because, yeah, I'm gonna print it out and maybe I'll put that in the bathroom.
One
So-
comment about this, though.
What's that?
One,
Let's hear
how
it.
did all those people not lose their hard hats evacuating? And two, why are they still wearing them when they're on the boat?
Chin straps. No, they
No.
don't have chin straps.
They tighten in the
And
back.
this was before the time of what do they call that? A lot of nowadays with safety, it's like you have to like tie everything off your helmet, your tools, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
but yeah, that makes sense. Like none of those guys would have their fucking hard hats on
No.
at this point.
If it even made it onto the evacuation boats or anything with them,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be running for those boats. Those things aren't staying on while people are running.
Well, no. I mean,
But
you can get them. You can get it pretty snug to your head, though.
another thing I'd like to bring up about this too, just staying on topic, but wouldn't it be a good idea for them to have those on though, while all that debris is like showering down?
Oh yeah, but now they're
Yeah.
far enough away that they wouldn't need them anymore.
Okay. Just yeah.
If I had mine, I'd still be wearing it.
Oh yeah. Hard hat
If it made
man.
it onto the boat with you, yeah, probably just. I'm sure they're used to wearing a hard hat for 12 hours at a time, right?
Yeah,
As
you get
am
those
I.
weird tan lines,
Oh yeah.
the Fort Mac tan line,
Fort Mac. This one I named.
the
I
Hobbit.
I, I look like a lizard. Blah, blah, blah. Just expecting a tongue to come out. Blah.
Yeah, she kind of has that
Lizard
face.
face.
Mm, like she's just wearing somebody else's skin as a mask.
Like in the show V. Did you ever watch V?
Oh God, no.
She's a lizard underneath. Blah.
Is she?
Yep.
Oh, that's what V is about, eh? Lizard people.
That's why
Lizard
she's
people.
drinking sugar water the whole time.
Oh God.
I what did I name this one? Goodbye Cash Cow. Bye. Goodbye Cash Cow.
Goodbye, cash cow.
Here they make
I
it look like
cry
it's
for
sinking, but
you.
I didn't really look into what really happened with it, so
No, it just burned.
I'm
Goodbye Cash
I think maybe
Cow.
it eventually sank, but not at that point.
yeah, there'd be a lot of heat from all the gas that burnt up, so it would melt the metal. Probably, I don't know.
See,
That's
here's
open for
my
debate.
issue with this is as a physicist, I know that that boat would have been too close. Especially with this hat, like those people would be fried to a crisp.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like World War II, when the Germans bombed London
Hmm.
and all the cargo, they hit the port, the main port, and all the cargo was burning. The heat from that was melting
Hmm.
the paint off of the firefighting boats and the firefighting rigs, and it was
Hmm.
melting cinder blocks and just
It was melting buildings like blocks away.
yeah.
Just saying. But whatever. You got to get good shots for a movie. I don't know if that was a miniature or CGI. It's hard to say.
I think it
I
was probably a set.
I liked it. So a miniature then for sure.
Mm, yeah, I don't know that it was as big as the real thing, but
Yeah, I'm just saying it had to be a miniature. Maybe a bigger one, but there's no way they're gonna build a fucking rig.
the
So
director of this film actually, I read a thing about him when they were trying to do the research, the preliminary research for this film. Um, Everyone they talked to who had anything to do with the Deepwater Horizon incident,
okay, okay,
they had signed they'd signed non-disclosures and shit like that. So
yeah,
he couldn't even get within like they there was one part like he they flew a helicopter
okay.
and they wanted to check this rig out and the rig somebody on the rig got on the radio and said don't come within 50 meters of this rig. If you do, we'll consider you hostile and we'll defend ourselves.
What?
Oh yeah, the companies, the BP and the companies that were involved in that, they were so hostile to the people making this movie that they had to do their own research. They made their own the set the rig in the movie was actually a homemade rig, like the drilling rig for the movie was actually they made it from scratch.
What?
Um, it wasn't like it wasn't a rig. It wasn't an existing rig. They actually had to build this rig from scratch.
Wow, that's where the budget went.
Yeah,
Insane. And like they sorry, let's converge here. So they were like fighting the production company the whole time. Like they're like, "Fuck you, don't make a movie about this," kind of a thing.
Oh yeah, they don't want disasters known by the
yeah.
mass
They don't
public.
want
They
the
try to cover it
I,
up.
reputation.
I didn't even know about it. Are they gonna come after me because we're talking about this?
Maybe.
Come get me, Boston Pizza.
Well, we're in Canada, so what are they
Bring
gonna
pierogi
do?
pizzas if you do.
Yeah, I didn't know Boston Pizza drilled oil. Learning new
Right?
things all the time.
Mm.
BP was also that big oil spill off the East Coast
Yeah, they've had
so
all
many years
kinds of
back.
crazy. They've had crazy stuff happen. Like they're evil. They should be canceled. Everyone get on Twitter and cancel them.
Yeah.
That'll make
I,
a
I
difference.
I think they said some misogynistic stuff.
They did worse than me.
Yeah.
They're worse than I am, and
They're
I'm a male
hurting.
feminist.
The
They're
trans
hurting the
folks.
ocean and the dolphins and the
Yeah.
turtles.
They're hurting the pelicans. Save the pelicans now.
They're hurting the little cats.
So I titled this one "Smash Him in the Face."
Yeah, you're Mark Wahlberg. Come on.
Oh, the real question
Yeah.
is, why would they have
Yes,
families of people that were on the rig in the lobby of the hotel that they were bringing the survivors into to put them up in a room?
it doesn't make sense.
There's probably an announcement. There's like, okay, well, everybody's coming to this spot.
Yeah, but you'd keep the families away so survivors don't get attacked like this by over emotional family members looking for their, you know, brother, son, daughter,
Yeah,
mom,
have you seen
dad,
my
whatever.
son? Like the guy's flipping out, man.
I don't think they anticipated that, honestly. I don't think they saw that coming.
How would you not see that happening?
Yeah,
I don't
people are
think
gonna
they
be
had
upset.
time to think. Like the whole aftermath of this disaster was just a fucking clusterfuck, man.
But
Totally. From
they
what I can see.
already have things in place for if something like this does happen and how to handle disasters that happen on rigs.
Yeah, they would have, dude. They're a billion. They got PR people. They've got human resources up the wazoo.
They just handled it
That's
poorly.
well, that's facilities. Actually, there up until a few years ago, there was actually like a math algorithm that engineers used when they were building oil facilities, and
Okay.
they used this algorithm to say, okay, well, we've got X amount of hours, X amount of workers. This is how many people are going to die building this facility, building this oil rig, building whatever, and they set based on that algorithm, based on how many people they think are going to die,
Uh huh.
they set aside a certain amount of money for settlements for the families of the people who are inevitably going to die because building a rig is or building a facility is going to cause four deaths.
So, I entitled this one right here. Thanks for the information. It's really helpful. I appreciate it. But this one I titled, "What the fuck are they even doing in a hotel?" This is wouldn't they just go home? Like,
Because the company, like when you watch what was that one movie with where he landed the airplane in the Hudson River or whatever?
I only know the
Oh,
one
with
where he
Denzel?
flies.
Sully? Was it
Is that the?
Sully?
I don't know. There's the one where Denzel flies one upside down.
No, it's the one where he lands in a river. I don't know.
Is that
But
the same movie?
with that one, they took all the survivors off the plane to a hotel so they could get their statements, try to pay them off before they run out, get them to sign
Okay.
disclosures and stuff like that. So they're having the staff and families at the hotel so they could get the disclosures and stuff like that. Tell them that there's going to be a
Oh.
settlement, stop them from running to the news and
Fuck them. Fucking try and make me. I'd be out of there.
Oh, they're paying a lot of money for silence, man.
I don't care. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Telling the world.
BP on settlements and contracts after this disaster, they spent $7.1 billion.
Whoa. Insane. It's a lot of money. We're learning a lot of things. So there's Harry Potter and his I titled this He's Got a Family Too. So is that the
No.
woman that Kate Hudson called?
I don't know, but that's not the Harry Potter guy.
Oh, I thought it's the same dude. I don't
I
know.
think he died.
Whatever. Who's this guy?
He was one
He's
of
the
the
guy
guys
whose
that.
brother died.
Yeah, he was one of the floor hands. He was the one that was in the mudder room with the guy that's bone was stuck on the floor.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You schooled me.
Yeah, because
For
remember when Kurt Russell was listing off the names?
Right.
And he was like, is anybody in this here? And like, that guy right there was like staring at Mark Wahlberg and Kurt Russell, and they were both looking at him going, oh shit, like,
Because he was actually right outside the drilling hut,
Yeah,
and
he's
then
one
he
of
got
those
sent
guys.
to the mud room. And when getting sent to the
Oh.
mud room's the only reason he lived.
Honestly, I should have watched this more than once. And we'll get into that soon enough, everybody. So this one is called Let's All Hug Mr. Jimmy. We'll move it along real quick. Because they do. Everyone does. Let's all give him a hug. Why not? He was a hero, so he deserves a hug. Moving along. Boop-a-doop. There we go. We're at the very end. You guys can see that. Mike Williams never
Mike
again
Williams.
went back to sea. He now lives with his family in Texas. Wow. Fascinating. There he is. I entitled this LMFAO. Like, could they find a more unflattering fucking picture of the guy and his wife? Like, that ain't Kate Hudson, that's for sure. God.
They could have chose better on cast. There's actors that look closer to him too.
You know, there's that Australian chick from like Pitch Perfect. You know the one. She could have played her. You know, get her to do a serious role. Saying they're about
I don't know.
the same size and.
But
The
this could
Karen
be a
haircut.
recent picture, not a picture from 2010, right?
Yeah, this is just awful. Like they got the fucking sunburn and everything. Like, oh my god. So it's funny to me. It's not because of anything else. It's just like, wow, that's the worst picture you could ever put. Good job, production team.
They just got their payout, and the girl's like, I'm getting a pony.
Probably got millions, eh?
Oh yeah.
There he is in court. Ah, that hairline. Oof. Kiss it goodbye, pal. You're probably bald by now, eh?
Who cares? He's a millionaire now.
He is rich. Yeah. He's a chief electronics technician. Right. Former. Was he fired?
No, he quit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
He probably doesn't have to work again.
Now this one here I titled, She's Actually Hotter Than the Chick Who Played Her in the Movie. How often does that happen?
And she's in Cali.
Alright, let's go surfing. Everyone's surfing now. Come and surf safari with me.
Yeah, surfing in the USA.
That's right. Man, yeah, she's very, very attractive in real life.
And probably taller.
Yeah, way taller. I guarantee it. There is Mr. Jimmy. Kurt Russell looks absolutely nothing like this. Like, not even close.
The only
But-
guy that they could get to play him was Norm from Cheers.
No, Cliff.
Cliff. Was it Cliff?
Yeah, Cliff Clavin. That would have. Hey, that would have been awesome. Like,
Cliff and all those serious scenes. Hey, so
he's still an actor and he's around. He's in Toy Story 4, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Still kicking around.
He could have pulled it off for sure.
For why not? It's got the same mustache.
He can be a serious actor.
I think I've seen him do something serious. I don't know. Maybe. So BP supervisors Robert Kaluza and Donald Vedrine were indicted for manslaughter. By 2015, these charges were dismissed. I named this picture, What the fuck? Are you serious?
My actual question is why were they even brought up on it? The tests passed. Now the tests were faulty, but the tests passed.
Yeah, but everybody on the floor was saying that that test
See,
they shouldn't
from
have done
what
the
I could
second
take
test,
away
the
from it though
cement
is that
pour.
the people that did the cement didn't test anything.
Yeah,
So that's
I
not
could
cool.
see them getting that, but
Mhm.
the tests to pump the mud out and unhitch and go on to the next site, they passed.
Mhm.
Now they passed because the tests were faulty, but
I don't know. I can't talk about something I don't know anything about. So it's really I'm learning from you guys and the chat.
when they do the one test where they go around the main pipe on whatever the other pipe is called, I forget.
The kill line.
Yeah, you see in there that the it gets clogged, and that's why there's no pressure coming through.
Right.
Which means the test was faulty. The pipe got clogged because the kill line's a smaller hole, right?
All right. Somebody want to read that?
The blowout lasted for 87 days, spilling an estimated 210 million gallons of oil into the Gulf of Mexico.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of. How do they get the oil that's got spilled though? Is there like a method to, or it
Clean
just
up.
Yeah,
yeah? Is it like do
they
they do?
they have this basically, the lines in the swimming pool where they put the lanes. They have a giant thing like that with absorbative stuff that keeps the oil inside of that ring, so it doesn't
Okay.
spread further out, and then they can start clearing the oil off the top of the ocean.
Oh wow. Yeah. What about the birds?
They have to wash them with Dove soap. Haven't
Dawn.
you haven't you looked at the commercials?
They
Is
use
it
Dawn
Dawn?
soap. I have it here. Yeah. Yeah. I have some.
So maybe this
The
is a big oil spill that they're
So
in the news for.
this is the last picture. I entitled this sequel with a question mark.
how are we gonna do that?
Well,
Deepwater
we'll see,
2,
right? We'll see.
the rise of Poseidon.
I'd
All right,
watch it.
boys. We've been this has been excellent review, by the way. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Trayvon. Um, great recommendation, by the way. Honestly, hour and a half just flew by.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know. It's like this movie's so goddamn good that I could talk about it for a long time. Yes, I'm gonna make fun of things. I do comedy. It's what I do. But we got to keep moving here. A bit long in the tooth. So, Mabubius, would you recommend it?
Yes.
Would you watch it again?
Um, maybe in a year.
Yeah. You're not gonna watch this too many
Be an
days.
annual watch for me.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Me too. And WTF moment.
Um, John Malkovich's accent.
Boom. Awesome. And what would you have done differently if you were directing this film?
Ooh, I don't know, man. It's based on real events, so there's
Yep.
not really much you can change. I mean, I think that they did a really good job of.
Mhm.
I don't think it could have been. I don't think I could have stepped into the director's chair and like
Right.
not that I don't know. I don't know that I can't think of anything I would have done differently. I think that the execution of this movie was really good. A big budget film. It had that feeling to it. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't change a thing about it.
And how many stars out of 200 would you give this film?
Uh, one. Oof.
It's hard.
Yeah, I'd say 165, 170. I'll give it 170.
170. All right. Moving along to Tronicization. Would you recommend this film?
Yeah,
Would you watch it again?
this was the second time I watched it because I watched it before and had to do a refresher for the show. And
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times already.
like Roy said, it'd be a like more like annual watch every once in a while, not something you'd watch next week again or something like that.
Yeah, you don't need to watch this all the time. Okay, and WTF moment in the movie?
Didn't really have one, but I did like all the foreshadowing they were showing at the beginning, like the bird flying into the helicopter, stuff like that. Things that
The Coke
people,
can? It's another
yeah,
one.
people working jobs like that would find as a superstitious thing. Like, uh-oh,
Right. Uh-oh.
The
There's
tie,
birds.
sorry, the what?
the guy's tie at the beginning.
Yeah, the tide, the bird.
Magenta, yeah, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and what would you have done differently if you were directing
I don't,
this?
I don't think you like Roy. So you can't really change the directing on a movie that's true to a actual event, right?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Like
It is.
I don't know what you can't change it for more action or something. This is based off of something that actually happened, so
Right.
real world event.
So how many stars out of 200 are you giving this movie?
I really hate when this happens because I like it when we all seem like we have minds of our own, but you know, it's about the same, 175 ish.
Right, right,
It's just that type of movie.
right. Okay. And boom. Would I watch this again? Yes. Would I recommend it? Yes. Am I going to watch it tomorrow? No, probably in like 6 months when I'm hungover. WTF moments? There's so many that I can't even name. When the mud thing happened at first, I didn't know if that was normal or not. So, if someone who does not know about deep sea drilling, there's a lot of WTFs from this guy. What would I have done differently? Once again, not a heck of a lot. Maybe some of the casting choices. I don't know. But then again, if I like John Malkovich as the bad guy, so yeah, it's really hard to say. There's nothing. It's a great film. Not changing a damn thing. Star rating. I'm actually going to give this 178. Boom. I know we normally don't agree, but when we do, it's fucking magic.
And we agree.
Um, I'd like to say a couple things. If there's a lot of stuff, I did a lot of research about this
Go ahead.
event, the aftermath.
Yes. Tell
If
me
you
about it.
really want to get into it, I encourage you to look up spillionaires. This is actual phrase that was coined because of this disaster and what happened after. Like I had said earlier in the review, BP handed out $7.1 billion between
Wow.
the contracts and the insurance claims,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of fraudulent claims. There's a lot of, for example, um, somebody owned a parcel of land that they charged the rent they were charging was originally $1,700 a month. As soon as BP picked up the tab, that number went up to 1.1 million a month. Um, there's a lot
What?
of opportunist scumbags who cashed in on this, and if you really want to see what humanity is made of,
Really?
uh, and you want to spend time reading about shit like that, just look up Spillionaires.
Spillionaires, you say?
Spillionaires, Deepwater Horizon. just kind of use those words in your Google search, you'll see a whole bunch of bullshit unravel
Wow.
before your eyes. It's a really deep rabbit hole.
Yeah.
To this day,
I've
there's after effects.
I've seen and heard people doing stuff like that. Like a little bit gets spilled on their land and they want millions of dollars, and the company's like, well, your house was listed with your property for this much. We'll give you exactly that much. We'll buy your house and land from you and you can move somewhere else. And they're like, no, I like my place. It's like, then you're not getting millions of dollars.
No
Like-
kidding, right? Okay, is there anything else you guys want to add to this great review of this great movie?
What are we doing next show?
I think it's Charlie's Angels.
Are we doing
Charlie's Angels.
Are we doing
It
that on
was
Friday?
requested. It was requested, so let's
Another
this is for you
request.
guys. It's for you. It's for all of our viewers, man. You request a movie, we're gonna do it. Charlie's Angels. Let's do it. Come on. It's what's her face from Twilight.
Well,
Bella.
looks like I gotta watch it again.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you've watched it already?
I'm married, dude.
Don't say a word.
I
Yeah,
have to
let's do
watch
it. Charlie's Angels, Friday at 11:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hooah!
I'm gonna have to buy some beer
Gonna have to buy some beer for that.
for the rewatch.
Oh, it's gonna be a stinker, boys.
Oh, it's a big stinker. But you guys requested it, we're gonna do it. And with that, I just want to let everybody know, if you click subscribe, Royal will take a shirt off. Just for you. That's your prize.
Yeah. I've been
But
doing
seriously,
push-ups all week.
with that, I just want to let you know you can't break this human spirit. And I do love you all. Good night.